Hey everybody, this is a complete setup and use guide for the GardePro A3S trail camera. I'm going to go through everything from the very basic all the way into everything that you can do with this. So feel free to skip ahead to the parts that are useful to you if there's certain things that you don't need. So we're just going to start with a basic overview of what is this camera, what are the different parts of the camera. So if we come to the front here, we'll see all this kind of different stuff. And this is basically what we have on the front. We have these three things are sort of all the same. They are the infrared motion sensors. So this one is, as you can see, is pointing forward, and this one points, they each point to the side. So we'll see that in a minute. You can actually turn these side ones on and off. This is the actual camera itself. All of this here is infrared lighting. This is a light sensor, and then this is an indicator light, which we will see in a moment. Now, we'll see in a moment that this runs on batteries, but it can also take DC input if you don't want to run it on batteries, if you want to actually hardwire it. So the next thing is, so it's latches shut here, so we can open these latches here to get inside, and we have a display screen here where we can go through the menu and also view the images and videos. We have our menu button here, our navigation arrows, and our OK button here. We have the power button here, which you'll see has three, and again, we'll see this more in detail in a little bit, which is the off, the on, and the set. So off is obviously off. On, you'll see that it's basically in functioning mode, and you can't do anything to it, it's just functioning. And then we have the set mode if you want to actually change the parameters of it. If we look at the bottom here, this is where we're going to put our SD card in it, and this is where we can actually get the audio, get the files directly off by plugging in. And then this is the battery compartment here, which we will see right now. So how to insert the batteries in this GardePro A3S, we're going to look at that now. Before I actually put the batteries in, I just want to let you know, once you've got batteries in and when it's time to change them, actually when this is in set mode and the batteries are low, the screen will actually indicate low battery. And then when it gets very low, there will be a red indicator light indicating that the batteries are very, very low. And actually the camera will continue to work, but the flash, it will no longer make light for the flash once that happens and it's time to change the batteries. But anyways, you need 8 AA lithium batteries for this, and all we need to do, and as always, if you don't have them, I'll put a link to where you can get them below. So anyways, we're just going to open this. We're going to open our case, and the battery compartment is right here. We're going to take this door off, and we see our springs. We're just going to put our 8 batteries in like so. Using the flat on the springs as usual, and then put the cover back on, making sure that it clips. And from there you'll see I can now turn it on. How and where to insert the SD card on your GardePro A3S trail camera. Now this may seem obvious, but bear with me, there's a couple things that you need to know. First things first, so we're gonna need our full-size SD card or our micro SD card with the adapter. If you need one, I'll put a link to one. But anyways, we're going to open the camera up, and we need to make sure that the camera is off when we do this. So the camera needs to be off. We're going to take our card like this with a little notch here. We're going to come to the bottom, and we're just going to slide it in the bottom here and just push it until it clicks. See, it clicked. Now it is in and installed. I will take it out the same way. It's just pushing. It's a push button release for it to push out. But I'm going to push it in like this. And then what's important to know is that what you need to do is format your SD card. Once you do this, when you put a new SD card in, you're going to want to format it. So to do that, I'm going to come over to the on-off switch here, and I'm going to move it all the way over to the set option. Turn it on the set option. It's going to talk about loading the SD card. And so this says, it says I need to format it, which is normal, which is what I wanted to tell you to do anyways. So what you can do is you're going to go to so you're just going to come over here at menu. Now the format SD card option is all the way at the bottom. So if you just start by pushing up, you can just get straight to it right here and go to format SD card and click that option there, and that will format it so that we can use it with this camera. So now we are ready to set up our camera to use it and set all the camera functions. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go over some of the main things that you can do with this camera. So what we're going to do to start with is we're going to put the camera in set mode, And from set mode, then we're going to hit the menu button. And it's going to open this menu here, and I'm going to go through some of the options. So this camera can be a motion detection camera, or it can also do time lapse, or it can do both. So if I want to put it in either one of those, I can hit, see it has this little deer on the screen right now, which means that it's in motion detection. So if I hit OK, I can select motion detection, time lapse, or hybrid, which basically does both. It does the time lapse and the motion detection. So I can set the camera to take photos or videos, or to do both. I can change the video quality, and I can have it do multiple photo bursts. I can change the video quality, and I can change the video length, which I want to show you here. So it can vary anywhere between 3 seconds and 5 minutes, and you can do that, and you can set different settings for daytime and nighttime. One thing I will keep you aware of is the nighttime, it's going to shine the infrared flash, and this eats up a lot of battery. So if you have a long video time at night, you're going to go through batteries very quickly on this. This can record sound or not record sound. That's an option that we have. We can change the video format. Then there's some other stuff. This is the motion sensors. Like I said, these are side motion sensors. So you can have this only if you want it to be more sensitive and go off more often, you can turn these side motion sensors on. And if not, we can have them turned off. Then we can change our time-lapse interval if we're doing the time-lapse period, all that kind of stuff. We can set the date, time, all that kind of stuff. We're going to do that all here. How to hard factory reset the GardePro A3S trail camera. Now you're going to want to do this basically for one of two reasons. The first one would be troubleshooting. If this is frozen or all the files are getting corrupted and stuff like that on your SD card or anything like that where it's not working right, you're trying to troubleshoot it, we can do that. Also, if we just want to get all the settings back to the way it was when it came out of the box, because we want to set it up more or less like a new camera, we can go ahead and do that. All we need to do for that is to go ahead here, and we're going to turn it to set. Then from set, we're going to, once it's on, we're going to turn the menu on, and then we're going to get this menu here. Now we can scroll down. It's all the way down at the bottom. So what I'm going to tell you to do is just scroll up, because it'll take you to the bottom of the menu, and I'm going to scroll up to factory reset. From factory reset, I'm just going to hit OK. It's just going to ask me to confirm it. So if I hit menu, it will back me out of it. But if I hit the OK button again, it will factory reset it. And then everything will be reset. It'll say reset successfully. It'll come back to the menu screen. And now I can set this up like a brand new camera. Now, if you want this camera, there'll be a link down below.